Since Pokémon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl have been out, for as much fun as the games truly have been, one of the biggest points of emphasis about them is all of the glitches that people have found at the same time. I wouldn't necessarily call these games broken though, because you can still very easily play through them without experiencing a single glitch, just like I did, and the glitches that are there you do kind of have to go out of your way to trigger, but nevertheless there are a lot of glitches in these games, and they're of the crazy, fun, and even really useful variety, so it's not even necessarily a bad thing. It actually harkens back to the earlier days of Pokemon in Gens 1, 2, 3, and even the original Gen 4 games, so it's actually pretty fitting for a remake. And in the spirit of that, in today's video, we are going to be covering 10 of the wildest, craziest, and most interesting glitches in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. This is definitely not a complete or comprehensive list. Like I said, this is just glitches that I personally thought were the most interesting and cool and worth compiling into a video like this. If you know of any other glitches that I don't mention in this video, be sure to mention them in the comments below, and with that said, we might as well go ahead and get into it, which is all being made possible by the support of today's wonderful sponsor, Bye. So as you are probably aware as a Pokemon fan on the internet, there is a ton of insane merch out there that is exclusive to Japan. This can be frustrating as it makes products you really want tricky and often expensive to get. Well, that's where Bye comes in, as they streamline this difficult and tricky process and make getting Japanese exclusive products easy and more affordable. What Bye does is allow you to order something directly from Japanese websites like Amazon Japan, Rakuten, Mercari, and even auction sites like Yahoo Japan Auction, and purchases the item on your behalf, and from there sends it directly to you, handling all of the steps in between that can be tricky for many of us who don't live in Japan or even speak Japanese. So if you would like to get some awesome Japanese exclusive products for yourself or as a gift this holiday season, you can sign up for Bye with the link in my description, and when you do, you're also going to get a coupon for 2,000 yen off your first purchase, which is about $20 US. So go explore the wonderful world of Japanese merchandise with the link below, and thank you again to Bye for supporting the channel. Okay, so this first glitch is one of the most important in the entire game because not only can it be used in many different ways, but there are many other glitches that branch off of this one as well. Also, really quick, since we're no longer in the days of the original Diamond and Pearl when games couldn't be regularly updated, it's entirely possible that some or even all of these glitches are going to be patched out of the game by the time you're watching this video, and to a certain extent, some of them already have been. But nevertheless, it's still really interesting to document and record these glitches and the fact that they even existed in the game at any point in time at all, so I hope you'll enjoy the video nevertheless, even if some or all of these glitches are removed from the game by the time you're watching this. Anyways, on to the first glitch now. So this glitch has to do with the menu of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and it's specifically being referred to as the menu storage glitch, and it basically entails bringing up the menu when you're not supposed to be able to have the menu on screen, particularly in the summary screen for your Pokemon, and this in turn will allow you to do a lot of wonky things that you shouldn't be able to. So the general gist of this glitch is that you would want to be on the summary screen of one of your Pokemon, and then hit ZL, ZR, and A on your controller in a kind of quick successive function. This, if you do it right, will bring up the menu in the summary screen, which will then allow you to do some interesting things now that you can pull up your menu when you shouldn't have your menu pulled up. And the first use of this glitch that I'm going to be talking about in this video is one that allows you to skip various sequences in the game, like the early catching tutorial with Dawn. If you have this glitch activated and the menu on screen, right as you're about to encounter Dawn for that tutorial, you can skip right by her while the menu is still on screen, and then once you drop it and are past her, you can pretty much move on your merry way and get through a lot of the early part of the game without having to do all of that early tutorial stuff that kind of slows you down. I'm also going to be explaining these glitches a little more generally in this video, so if you want to know exactly to the T how these glitches would have been performed in the games, assuming they haven't been taken out already, you can click the link in my description to go find all the footage I used for this video, which will take you to videos that explain these glitches in a little more precise detail. Moving along though, this next one does not actually have to do with the menu storage glitch, but it's a really cool one that I don't know we've ever seen the likes of in a Pokemon game before. It actually allows you to use the Sunstone to evolve Pokemon that the Sunstone wouldn't otherwise be able to evolve, like Pokemon that evolve with friendship or evolve via a trade. This would obviously be extremely useful for the trade Pokemon in particular, because in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl there are a lot of them. A lot of the Sinnoh Evolution Pokemon like Rhyperior and Magmortar and Electivire are all trade evolved Pokemon. So being able to use the Sunstone to evolve them instead would be really handy. And just like that first menu glitch, there's also another glitch that will allow you to bypass a big barrier in the game that can actually allow you to skip a lot of the game as well if you're into speedrunning. And that is a glitch that allows you to get to Sunyshore City early and bypass the man that is blocking you from going there prior to the whole Mount Coronet event with Dialga and or Palkia. Normally, there's a guy at the entrance to Route 222 that will bar you from entering that route and eventually getting to Sunyshore City because he tells you that Sunyshore City is experiencing a blackout at that time. However, if you use this glitch, you will be able to get past him no problem. This glitch involves your bike and a Pokemon egg, and basically what you want to do is ride your bike at full speed right past the guy that would normally stop you from going to Route 222, and you want your egg to hatch at the same exact time that he would normally stop you. This will stop the guy from stopping you, and the egg hatching animation will play as normal. Once your egg is fully hatched and you return to the overworld, the game will bump you just past this guy and allow you to squeak through into Route 222 and eventually get to Sunyshore City when you otherwise wouldn't normally be able to. This next glitch is a pretty funny one, and it's not so much of a glitch as it is a developer oversight, but basically, as of the recording of this video anyway, Ekans has no following animation when you have it follow you in the overworld. It basically just stays coiled up and floats around right behind you instead of slithering like you would expect a snake to do. It's actually kind of surprising that this just straight up did not make it into the game for whatever reason, because as someone who was really critical of the look and feel of these games early on, they do actually look and feel really good, and they feel polished as well. So, like I said, it's kind of surprising to see that this was overlooked. Another glitch that I actually just covered in my most recent video on secrets and Easter eggs and references from Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl has to do with nicknaming your Pokemon. Basically, if you catch a new Pokemon and you nickname it Egg, the game seems to kinda want to think that that Pokemon is actually an egg, because it will then refer to your Pokemon as the Egg instead of just Egg. The Pokemon is normal otherwise, it doesn't act as an egg or anything like that, but the game, in terms of its text, will refer to it as the Egg as if it is actually an egg. This next one is a really interesting one because it will actually allow you to get Shaman early when you otherwise wouldn't be able to without the use of an event item. It's also the kind of glitch that is really reminiscent of the earlier days of Pokemon, like I said, because it involves surfing on land. On Route 224, which is where you would go to obtain Shaman the normal way, you will come across a black belt trainer walking along the beach next to the water. And if you were to position yourself in such a way that he would be able to see you and approach you for a battle, but you would also be able to press A next to the water to surf at the same time, you will be able to trigger this glitch. Essentially, what you would want to do is have this black belt trainer see you and approach you for a battle at the same exact time that you press A to surf on the water. If you do this just right, this will cause the game to glitch out and allow you to surf on the water. From here, you'll want to slowly make your way up the route until you get to this specific set of stairs, and you'll want to position yourself on the staircase in the upper left-hand portion, because as you can see, the collision data is kind of wonky. So what you want to do is save and reset your game once you're in this position, which will allow you to kind of be brought up onto that upper level of the route where the staircase leads. From here, you'll be able to eventually scoot off the cliffside and into the water just to the left of you, which will eventually lead you to an out-of-bounds water area, which will then lead you to the sea break path, which you can eventually hop onto after a lot of walking, which will eventually lead you to the flower paradise, where you can, of course, encounter and catch Shaman. Okay, so this next one is pretty crazy, and it's one of the crazier glitches that we've seen in Pokemon in recent history, because it actually allows you to evolve a Pokemon that is not shiny into a shiny Pokemon. Now, the setup of this glitch involves a couple things. Number one, it is a derivative of that menu storage glitch I mentioned earlier that branches off into all of these other glitches, and it also requires you to have a Pokemon you want to evolve in your party and a shiny Pokemon in one of your PC boxes. First off, you're going to want to place that shiny Pokemon in the top left corner of one of your boxes so you can easily access it later. And as for the Pokemon in your party, you're going to want it to be able to evolve the next time it levels up. You're also going to want a rare candy so you can level up your Pokemon from the menu, which is an important part of this glitch. With all of this set up in mind, if you use the menu storage glitch from before to access your menu, to access that Pokemon in your party, and give it a rare candy so it will attempt to evolve, and then use that menu storage glitch again just as the game is about to fade into that evolution screen to once again bring up the menu, the game will bring up the evolution screen, but it will also have a little bit of the menu on screen as well, and the rest of it will actually be off screen, and this is where it gets tricky. While the evolution screen is on screen, the menu is still on screen as well, you just can't see it. And from here, what you're going to need to do is blindly access your Pokemon box where you have that shiny Pokemon, grab it, and then move it into the position in your Pokemon party where the Pokemon you're evolving is located. From here, you'll be able to complete the evolution normally and then back out to the regular part of the game where you're in the overworld, and if you've done everything correctly, you'll be able to pull up your Pokemon party once again, and that Pokemon who you just evolved will be shiny. This Pokemon will also have a couple other interesting traits as well, because it will also inherit the name, the level, and even the moveset of the shiny Pokemon you used to create this new shiny. So this is actually a Pokemon fusion glitch as much as it is a shiny evolution glitch, which is funny because there were also some Pokemon fusion glitches in the earlier days of Pokemon in the Generation 1 and the Generation 2 games. So this is a nice sort of callback to that, even if it's not intentional. So this next one is actually another branch off of that menu storage glitch I mentioned earlier, and for all intents and purposes, it is actually that same skip a cutscene glitch that we talked about earlier, just used in a different situation that is actually pretty funny. In just the same way that you could use this menu storage glitch to skip the catching tutorial with Dawn like we talked about earlier, you can also use it to completely skip the cutscene that precedes your battle with Cynthia in the Pokemon League. You can pretty much just walk around while the cutscene is going on, and even take the lift up to the Hall of Fame room as well, effectively allowing you to skip the battle with Cynthia entirely. Next up, we have the glitch that has been the most widely publicized of any so far, because that is a glitch that allows you to clone your Pokemon. Now, there isn't actually one specific way to clone your Pokemon. There's multiple glitches in the games, or at least there were at one point, that allowed you to clone your Pokemon. The one I'm going to be talking about in this video is probably the easiest and most efficient though. This is yet another offshoot of the menu storage glitch, because in order to do this glitch, you need to have that glitch activated. Once you have that glitch activated, you're going to want to get into a wild battle, and once you get into that wild battle, you want to use the menu storage glitch to add a Pokemon from your box to your team while you're still in the battle. From here, you want to exit the battle and just run away, and upon returning to the overworld, you will find that the Pokemon you added to your party while in the battle has now become an egg, but it's an egg with 0 HP, so it's obviously kinda glitchy. From here, you want to be very careful to not touch the egg because it would crash your game, and simply just bring up your boxes again so you can move stuff around. You would also pretty much only want one other Pokemon on your team, which would be the Pokemon that you're cloning, so you have space in your party to move stuff. But from here, what you would want to do is take that single Pokemon on your team and move it to the position in your party below that egg, which is the second slot. Once you do this, your Pokemon will be cloned, and that egg will essentially have turned into a clone of your Pokemon. This will also move that egg to the bottom slot in your party, so you can keep doing this and continue to create clones really quickly and easily. Once your party gets full, you can then simply take all the clones except the original Pokemon, put them in the box, and then repeat the process to make as many clones as you would like. This is also a glitch you can use to clone items, as well as any item that your Pokemon is holding that is the subject of the cloning will also become cloned as well. However, one more thing you would want to do on this glitch before you're really done is get rid of that bad egg that's in your party, and all you have to do in order to do this is once again bring up the menu storage glitch and enter into a battle just like we started with, and while you're in that battle, use the menu storage glitch to take one of your Pokemon and put it back into a box. And once you do that, the egg will be gone upon exiting the battle, and it will just turn into another clone of your Pokemon, and you'll be safe to use all those Pokemon and run around, and you won't have to worry about it messing up your game. And finally, we even have a glitch about the Grand Underground, because even it is not safe from the glitches that have, for better or for worse, plagued these games. This glitch involves a potential swapping of save data information between players that are playing in the Grand Underground together online, as many players have reported their Pokemon evolving into Pokemon that have nicknames that the former Pokemon did not have, after they had played online in the Grand Underground. It's even been reported by a Reddit user by the name of Nilewater that this potential swapping of save data within the Grand Underground is also the culprit of a really strange glitch that they experienced, where their rival ended up having the same starter as them, both having a Prinplup within the second battle where you face Barry. It's unclear at this point if the Grand Underground is in fact the culprit of these bugs, but the idea that the games could be swapping save data with one another with people that you've played online with is absolutely crazy, and just adds to the insanity and the fun of these games in just the few short weeks that they've been out. And there you have it, everybody. Those were 10 of the craziest, wildest glitches that we've seen so far in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Have you experienced any of these glitches yourself? Have you experienced any more that I didn't mention in this video? Be sure to tell me all about it in the comments below, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and give the video a like if you enjoyed it. With that said, I will be back very soon with another video, and until then, as always, thank you guys for watching this one. I love you very much, and I will smell you guys later.